to redesign one of Keefer, and now they have renamed them into 570 Columbia. We just want to put in the record that this name change is a developer's attempt to erase decades of struggle against this site. Before we start, I just want to begin by acknowledging the land in our language. 我明谢我们今天是在马斯昆、史哥米舒和塔斯里尔沃特斯这些未被割让领土上聚集。坐在这片被偷走的土地上的移民，我们心系这片土地，并与原住民争取自治权和土地争议的斗争站在一起。I want to begin by acknowledging that we are gathered on the unceded territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations, lands that have never been given up. And as migrants and immigrants living on stolen indigenous land, we hold deep solidarity with the indigenous people whose territory we stand on, and with their ongoing struggles for self-determination and land back. So the fight here in Chinatown is inseparable from those struggles because displacement didn't start with condos. Once again, we are standing here just like on October 20th to oppose Beedie's latest application to build a larger, taller building with even more luxury condo units that have no place in our community. And we want Development Permit Board to do the right thing today by rejecting this insulting application. You probably feel like this speech is familiar because I had to say the same thing last time, as we had to do since 2017. So for more than a decade, this community, Chinese seniors, indigenous elders, and downtown Eastside residents, youth organizers, and workers, and allies all across this city has said no to luxury condo that threatens our homes, our culture, and our future. We're here today united once again to say homes for people, not condo for profit. One of Keefer, no, not one. 570 Columbia is still one of Keefer, and we still don't want it. And our very good friend, Asura from Vancouver Tenants Union, said in October 20th, Beedie, you cannot buy your way into our community. So we just want to be clear once again, 100% social housing with community and cultural space that's fully controlled by the community is what we have been asking for since a decade ago. Today we have 4 very, very important speakers, just as October 20th. The first speaker is Arthur Chen. He is actually the designer and the sculptor of the Memorial Square, the Chinese veteran and railway worker monument. Let's welcome Arthur. Yeah.
我呢叫陈树人，英文名字叫 Arthur Cheng， 我就是那个纪念碑的设计者、雕塑家陈树人。
My name is Chen Shu-Ren. My English name is Arthur Chen. I'm the designer and the sculptor of the Chinese veteran and railway worker monument.
为了今天这个活动，我讲得更清楚一点。当年20年前，市政府出资建了这个雕塑。
For today, I just want to give people a more clear explanation. 20 years ago, City of Vancouver, putting money to design this monument.
这里就是富大楼，这里是那个运动场，这里是中山公园，这里是那个博物馆。
If you can look at my model over here, you can see that this is the Chinese Chinatown Plaza, and here is the here is where people where people do exercise here. There's a park right here, and this is a Dr. Sang Yat-sen Garden, and here is the Chinese Cultural Center.
那么我为什么要来这里呢？因为我反对这个建筑物建在这里。
Why I'm here today is because I am against this development.
当年没有建的时候，我做这个时候考虑到它，如果一个建筑物要建造的话，它也必须考虑这个和这个，然后它才能建这个。
When I was considering how to design this monument, I took in consideration of the Chinatown Plaza, the park, the garden, and the Chinese Cultural Center. If they want to build a building right here, they also have to consider all these 4 different directions as well.
我来这里，我不得不告诉大家，如果这个大楼建在这里，它将来很大问题。
I have to let everybody know if this development were to be put in, there will be a lot of future issues.
因为它这个大楼实际上是压迫了这个雕塑。
because this building overshadows the monument.
如果住在这里边的人将来建造好了，他们也不会开心的。
The people who will live in this building in the future, they wouldn't be happy either.
为什么？因为这个雕塑它不是一个简单的装饰品，
Why? Because this monument is not just a decoration.
这是一个形成了一个文化广场、
This forms a cultural square,
历史广场、
a historical square,
政治广场。
a political square.
就在前几天，11月11号，就在这里举行了很大的活动。
On November 11th, there was a really big event here.
20年了，年年这样子，而且这里有经济活动、文化活动、商业街，很好的一个广场。
It's been like this for 20 years. This is the square where people come and do political, cultural, and economic activities.
它这个大楼如果建造到这里，它就会压迫这个空间，把这个广场给破坏掉了。
If the development were to be put in, it would destroy the square.
这个问题，我在2年前我就写了一封信给市政府。
Even 2 years ago, I have written an open letter to the city.
你看这个照片，就是我表示出来的。这个照片中间，如果这个是小雕塑，然后这个是黑色的，是个大楼。
Everyone can see in the photo here, you can see the building over here, and then you can see the building in the back, and then you can see the monument in the front.
这是将来等它改造好完以后再出问题。我跟你说，这是犯了大错误。但是你再把大楼再拆掉，所以现在我不得不跟市政府说，必须要纠正这个错误。
This is a huge mistake, and once the building is built, we cannot tell it to destroy it. So I have to tell the city that this is a mistake.
作为一个雕塑对艺术空间有认识的人，我不出来说话，我觉得是不对的。我不是反对建筑，而是说这不应该这么建，而如果要建，要往后退。
As someone who is an artist and a sculptor and the designer of this monument, I am not completely against building, but I am against how they are going to build it.
所以说，对市政府多年来对唐人街的支持，我是非常感谢的。
I do appreciate City of Vancouver's ongoing support to Chinatown.
但这一次的这个大楼的建造，如果不进行纠正的话，我现在就可以说他们要犯大错误。
But if they don't do the right thing this time, it's going to cause huge problem.
所以这就是我这次出来，我要出现，我要来说这个话的意思。
This is why it's so important for me to be here to tell everyone about this.
谢谢大家。
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. 谢谢. Thank you, Arthur. Thank you. Okay. Next speaker, we have Mark Lee. Mark, are you here? Mark has been a tireless organizer in Chinatown and also a worker in Chinatown as well. I'll let him introduce himself.
Thanks, Jade. All right. Hi, everyone. My name's Mark Lee. Some of you probably know me from my work at Kam Wai. Some of you may. All right. So some of you know me from my work at Kam Wai. Some of you know me from my work at Yarrow. Some of you know me from my work at the Chinese Organizing Language School. We all wear lots of hats. I'm here today because I have been volunteering and working in Chinatown over the last decade and a half, and I have been here the whole time that this application has been in process. I do count the failed attempts leading up to this one as part of the process. I am frustrated and disappointed and all of those things that I'm sure lots of people in the community also feel when we look at this application. What I want to say is that as someone who is now involved in business in Chinatown, I think that we have a responsibility to talk about the reality of the business landscape in Chinatown. We want to talk about economics and we want to talk about customers and things like that. Then we should be real. The customers that support our business, the customers that keep our business running, are residents of Chinatown and the downtown east side. The reason why our business has been able to thrive is because of these customers who are our regulars. So the idea that we as a business community should support a development like this that spits in the face of those regular customers who have given support to our business for all of these years is laughable. And it's not something that I'm willing to do. And so I'm here today because I want to be together with all of you and I want to witness as well as support the work that's being done to fight gentrification in Chinatown, to ask for what we need, to ask for what we can have. There's so much more that Chinatown can be and so much more that our community can do. But if we let other people like Beedie tell us what it is that we need, and we let people who are real estate investors, realtors tell us that what we really need in Chinatown is another luxury condo building, then we might as well just give it up here because it's bullshit. So what I hope that all of you will feel is that today is not just about this one application. Today is really about making sure that we as a community in Chinatown make our voices heard and we let them know that we're not going anywhere. We've been here the whole time and you can't buy your way into our community. I love that from like it's true. So I hope that today, regardless of what happens, that we can take this energy and keep moving with it. You know, this is not going to be the last time that we have to get together and put up a fight. And I'm glad to see that there's so many of us who are still out here. It's freezing. And I hope that, yeah, in a little bit we can all celebrate together regardless. And I hope that everyone will stay well fed and keep on fighting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark, for reminding us the impact of this development. It's not just about one building. It's really the impact that we have been seeing in the past 10 years or so, how gentrification has impacted all of the low-income residents. And today, we have Mrs. Zhang 女士 here, who has been a resident in Chinatown for more than 20 years. She's going to tell us what she thinks about Beedie's application.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone here. My name is Zhang. I am a senior living in Chinatown, and I've lived here for over 30 years.
以前咧都喺唐街做過工，而家咧同埋啲年青人啊，以及其他低收入居民一起喺度參與呢個社會嘅組織活動，社區嘅組織活動。
And so I've worked in the Chinatown before, and right now I am joining the social organization events with the youth and other low-income residents together.
努力咁守護我哋嘅家園。
And we're here to protect our homes together.
今日我喺度呼籲發展許可委員會對於 Beedie 開發商喺105奇化街嘅豪宅開發申請，必須加建部分社會房屋。
So today I'm here calling out to the Development Permit Board about the Beedie developer and their plan and their proposal about the luxury condo development on 105 Keefer. And I ask that, I request that they would add building including partial social housing.
唐街唔需要豪宅，更需要嘅係讓低收入居民耆英好似我哋咁樣嘅老人能夠住得起、住得安心嘅家。
Chinatown doesn't need luxury housing, and the most important is to allow the low-income residents, the seniors, and seniors like me who can afford to live in a home that is comforting and yeah.
對於我哋啲低收入居民嚟講，唐人街係我哋依賴生存嘅地方。
To us, Chinatown is for low-income residents a place where we rely on for our living.
如果被逼搬走，我哋好多老人呢會很難適應，亦會失去咗生活嘅支持。
If we're forced to move out of here, a lot of our seniors will be finding it hard to adapt and to lose the support in life.
呢幾年嚟，我亦和市中心東邊嘅原住民者一起做社區工作。我睇到佢哋喺自己嘅土地上為生活和文化奮鬥嘅艱苦，我深深感受到。
These few years, I've been working with the Downtown East Side Indigenous elders together in the community, and I've seen that they've been so diligent and the struggles that they've had to live on their own land for their living and for their culture, and I really felt that.
唐人街同埋東端嘅居民係同一條船上嘅人。
I deeply felt that the residents in Chinatown and in Downtown East Side is on the same boat.
貴族化同埋豪宅發展正在同時把華人長者、原住民家庭、低收入街坊往外推。
The gentrification and the luxury condos developing is pushing out the Chinatown Chinese seniors, the indigenous families, the low-income neighbors, and pushing them out.
105奇花街就喺紀念碑旁邊，係我哋重要嘅歷史地點。
105 Keefer is right next to the memorial site. It's our important historical location.
如果把呢度變成豪宅，只會加速貴族化，破壞我哋嘅文化，亦讓更多老人同埋原住民居民失去住所。
If we turn here into luxury condos, it would only accelerate gentrification and destroy our culture and causing more seniors and indigenous residents to lose their place and their living residence.
所以我強烈要求委員會同埋溫哥華市政府嘅各位社會精英們。
And so I strongly request and ask the development board, the city of Vancouver, and the elites of the society.
請依照規定堅決拒絕呢項開發。
Please follow the regulations and refuse this development.
確保唐人街同埋東端嘅居民都能夠在這裡安穩生活。
Please secure the comfortable living and the secure living of Chinatown and Downtown East Side residents here.
我希望各低收入嘅居民同埋原住民朋友同埋各族裔嘅低收入朋友，呢度係我哋嘅大家共同嘅社區。
And I really hope that I can stay I can stay here at our homes and really hope that the indigenous friends and people from the low-income residents from all different countries and cultural backgrounds can stay here.
唐街係我哋大家共同嘅社區，亦都係我哋共同嘅未來。
This is the Chinatown is our shared community, and it's our shared future.
社會係公平嘅，窮人亦有權利住喺唐人街。我哋愛唐人街，謝謝大家。
The society is should be just, and the poor has the right to live in Chinatown, and we all love Chinatown. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Zhang, for reminding us that Chinatown is to be shared, and Chinatown has always been a collective community with the downtown east side, with the Powell Street, the Japanese-Canadian community. Our last speaker is from the Japanese-Canadian I keep saying the same thing. Japanese-Canadian community, Angela May, who is also a PhD candidate in the Department of English and Cultural Study at McMaster. And her work touches on Japanese-Canadian community members and the downtown east side.
Can you hear me through my mask? Yeah? Okay. Hi, my name is Angela May. I'm mixed Gosei, which means 5th generation Japanese Canadian, and I'm here to stand in solidarity with the Chinatown and downtown East Side communities in this fight against Beedie again, and their proposal again for a gentrified development at 570 Columbia, aka 105 Keefer. I'm here to join all of you in telling Beedie to back off. When I speak at gatherings like this, I often introduce myself as Jade did, as a PhD candidate whose research examines the ways that Japanese Canadian public memory in and of the Powell Street neighborhood relates to contemporary issues of gentrification and displacement in the present-day downtown East Side. And that's true, that is the focus of my research. But I want to tell you that part of the reason I study the connection between the historic dispossession of Japanese Canadian community and the contemporary dispossession of the downtown East Side community is because of my family's unique relationship to the neighborhood. Because back in 1942, when the RCMP told my great-grandmother that she and her sons would have to leave Vancouver, the fact is that she said no. No can, she said. She said no, in large part because she happened to be married to a British man, so unusually, she had some proximity to whiteness. At the time, as it happens, her husband was not with her in Canada because he had been captured in Shanghai by the Japanese Imperial Army. But still, through her marriage, my great-grandmother had a British last name, Belcher, Kimi Belcher. And when the RCMP came for her, she wielded that name, Belcher, as a shield to protect herself and her sons. But at the same time, I know that my great-grandmother also said no to the RCMP because she recognized the injustice of the actions that the government was taking against Japanese Canadians. And it is in the spirit of that mix of invoking a particular identity, in this case, Japanese Canadianness, and simply saying no can, that I'm showing up today to oppose Beedie's development proposal. We need more shelter and welfare rate social housing, not market development. I'm not Chinese or Chinese Canadian, and I've never lived in Chinatown, nor have I ever lived in the downtown East Side. But as a Japanese Canadian woman, I do live in the long aftermaths of dispossession and displacement. I was at City Hall back in 2017 to oppose the proposed development at 105 Keefer when Beedie first began this move to build gentrifying development in Chinatown, and I'm back again today to stand in solidarity with the Chinatown and downtown East Side communities and say no to this development proposal. I say back off, Beedie. No can.
Backed up, Beedie. No can. Thank you so much, Angela. And I'm just every single time when we have a press conference or a rally, I'm always in awe of everybody's spirits. And no matter how hard, we will continue to fight because Chinatown is not for sale. And our people's power will prevail. Today, we still have about 45 speakers. And there's a very big possibility that we might know the decision from the board today. And once again, we want to tell the board to reject this insulting application and do the right thing by the people. So to end, we're going to do our tradition chant. When I say 团结, you guys are going to say 力量大. 我说团结, 你们说力量大. 团结, 力量大. 团结, 力量大. 我说 Who's got the power? 你们说 We got the power. Who's got the power? We got the power. 那我说 What kind of power? 你们说 Tenant power. What kind of power? Tenant power. Who's got the power? We got the power. What kind of power? Tenant power. 团结, 力量大. 团结, 力量大. Okay, see you guys inside. Thank you, everybody.
Let's take a photo. Let's take a photo.
等一下，我们照相。Let's take a photo. Take a photo.